My name's Mason Turner, and I've got a problem. I just finished my first professional season as a player at Austin FC, but the new manager there didn't want me anymore, so now I have to find a new club. Where should I go next? Well, my childhood dream was always to play with my best friend Jalen Davis, but since then, he's become a star at New York City FC, and he persuaded the club to give me a chance.
My manager said you could come play for us, bro. You should go and talk to him. You've got to come here so we can finally play together.
Well, I'm beyond excited, and now I'm off to talk to New York City FC and find out what they're willing to offer.
Hey Mason, Jalen asked if we could sign you, and I want to keep him happy. But we have a strong midfield, and I can't promise you many minutes unless you grow more. I'm willing to sign you if you don't expect playing time. It's up to you.
Well, this is disappointing. The whole reason I'm leaving Austin is to get more playing time. I can't go to another club just to sit on the bench. So I tell Jalen that I can't make the move, but he's not happy either.
How can you do this to me, bro? I fought to get you here, and you just turned it down? It was always our dream to play together, and now you left me behind? Why couldn't you come and fight for a spot here? I thought you valued our friendship more than that.
Well, I'm heartbroken. I didn't mean to upset Jalen, but I know this wasn't the right move for me. I'm not going to New York, but I can't stay at Austin. Where else can I go? Well, I have another massive opportunity, and this time, it's not in America. My old manager, Marcel Hoffmann, the one who always believed in me, has just been appointed the new manager at German club Schalke, and he wants me to join.
Hey Mason, it's great to see you again. You were always my best player at Austin, and I want to work together again. I can promise you an important role, and I will make you into a star if you join me here. What do you think?
Well, now this is a big offer, an important role at a big European club, but to say this is a risky move is an understatement. Major financial troubles saw Schalke go from competing in the Champions League down to Germany's second division in just a couple years, and now the club's very existence is up in the air because they're battling relegation again this season, and a failure to survive will mean the end of Schalke. So Marcel Hoffmann has some massive work to do, and it's safe to say his appointment is a bit controversial.
Schalke bringing in Hoffmann doesn't make any sense to me. This guy just got sacked at Austin FC and they're expecting him to save the club from relegation?
I mean, yeah. Plus, we're talking about a manager who supposedly wants to play an attacking system. I think that's the last thing a bottom-of-the-table club needs. Were there no better options out there?
I hate to say it, but I think Schalke is going down this season.
People are doubting Hoffmann already, and with tight budgets, it means I'm the only player that Schalke are able to sign this January, and that makes me pretty unpopular around the internet.
Boys, who is Mason? Mason Turner? I've not heard of him before, ever.
But couldn't we have gotten, I don't know, someone more experienced? We are absolutely getting relegated. What are we doing?
It seems like no one believes in the coach or in me and my signing. And with the looming threat of relegation, the pressure here is insane. Well, Hoffmann is immediately switching our entire formation and tactics to fit his possession-based style of attacking play. So it's off to training before our next game as the team desperately tries to learn these new tactics. Hoffmann drills these patterns of play into us, intricate passing and working the ball through the middle of the pitch. This is definitely not what you'd expect from a relegation-bound team, but is there a bit of genius in his madness? Can these players bring our passing sequences into a real game situation with only a few weeks of preparation, or are we doomed for failure? Well, after just a few days of training, it's time for our next game, and as the lineups are announced, it's clear I'm going to be starting as our attacking midfielder. And that decision doesn't sit very well with some of the more senior players in this team who demand we get more experienced signings. So now I'm going to have to win over not only the fans, but my own teammates to prove I deserve a spot in this team. It's a massive test for Marcel Hoffmann as we head into our first game under the new manager, and I have a big role to play under him to be our focal point for goals and assists. And so far, it's actually not bad. The team are moving the ball around really well. The only problem is, if we give the ball away in midfield, we're very susceptible to counterattacks. With so many players new to this system, we're seeing a lot of turnovers, but there are clear signs of big improvement. We're moving the ball really well and creating chances. And in the final third, this is my opportunity to create. We don't score that chance, but I've played my role so far. We're just not finding that many opportunities. And with the game winding down and still no goal for us, we give the ball away in a dangerous area, and it's another setback for Schalke as we concede and lose the game. and the pressure continues to mount as the manager and me come under fire.
Well, the fans are furious, Marcel. Why is the only signing been this American kid Turner?
Our finances are not good right now, but I promise you, Mason Turner is not a budget signing. This kid was my first choice, and he's going to be world class. Trust in my team, and trust in Mason Turner.
Well, the manager backs me in the face of heavy criticism from the media and the fans, and now I have to repay his faith because we're still in a relegation spot and we need results right away. But it seems like the team's catching on pretty quick to these new tactics. We are absolutely dominating play and moving the ball around well. It's just that final ball we can't seem to consistently pull off as a team. That's the hardest part, and that's the part that I've been brought in to solve. My passing in the final third and even my finishing are key attributes to this system. I just haven't quite had the chance to pull them off yet, and we're wasting a lot of opportunities. And for such an attacking system, I think our weakness is clear, and that is defending. Seems like every single time we give the ball away, we're conceding goals. And once again, we find ourselves in a losing position. But this is where I should come in. My role to play is to help convert chances for the team, and with time running out in this one, this has to be my chance to do it as I get the perfect ball played back through and I score a goal to draw us level just at the death. And just like that, the manager's vision has come to life as a beautiful passing sequence leads to our first goal under the new manager. The fans are happy to see this kind of play, and although our defense is a problem, we do get a point. But we have a long way to go to crawl out of this relegation battle, and a lot of that work has to come in training as the team is learning to play together. This is a super team-based system, and in order to pull it off, we need to have everybody on the same page. But most importantly, I need to continue to perfect this role, playing just behind the striker, scoring goals and getting assists. And so far in training, I'm doing well, and slowly but surely starting to win over the trust of my teammates. But training is one thing, and our games are where it actually matters. Can I start to consistently deliver when it matters in these games? Or were the fans right to be disappointed in my signing? Well, I'm determined to prove them wrong. A little turn in midfield and the ball played through are just enough to pick up an assist. I've hit the ground running here, and I run over to celebrate with the fans, who are slowly warming up to me after seeing my impact here. And overall, the team is looking really good. Already after 3 games, Schalke look better than Austin FC ever did under Hoffmann, and I'm playing the key role for our manager, just as he hoped I would. And as me and the rest of the team are starting to flourish with this new set of tactics, it's clear the attacking play that Hoffmann wants to see is really working for us. And I'm doing a great job in slowly winning over the trust of my teammates. The only problem is, defending is still our biggest weakness, and right now the only games we're winning are those in which we manage to score a lot of goals. Because of that, our results have been a pretty mixed bag. There's clear signs of improvement since Hoffmann's come in, and there's no doubt we are scoring some really good team goals. And I think I'm benefiting the most from this system, as I'm given the freedom to score and assist plenty. Hoffmann's tactics are working, but it still holds true about our defensive problems. We're dropping points because we can't keep clean sheets. We can't expect to score 3 or 4 goals every game. But as an advanced midfielder, I can only do so much, and most of my contributions have to be attack-minded. But I'm doing that perfectly, driving through midfield, creating opportunities, and even if I don't get a goal or an assist off of a play, I'm almost always central to it somehow. And I've grown so much this season. My passing and shooting attributes have only gotten better since I joined the club. However, physicality's never been my strong suit, and my stamina is not particularly high. And for the first time in my career, I'm playing week in and week out, and it's taking its toll as I'm starting to feel fatigued. But you wouldn't know it looking at my performances on the pitch. I'm still the key player for this team, and I'm finding goals or assists almost every single game this season. I've been the breakout star of the 2nd division here in Germany this season, and I'm showing no signs of stopping as not only me, but the entire team are starting to play in sync, and we are getting results. But despite the improvement, we are barely out of the relegation zone with 9 games left to play. But it seems like we're getting better with every passing match. And as long as I'm putting numbers out the way I have been so far, there's no way we get relegated. Marcel Hoffmann has completely transformed Schalke. Sure, there's always room for improvement, but we're definitely improved and we're getting consistent results. It feels like Schalke might be safe this season. And right now, it seems like nothing can stop us. That is, until I pick up an injury in one of the most crucial games of our season. My lack of stamina has finally caught up to me. I've been overplayed and now I'm suffering the consequences. and it couldn't come at a worse time. I finally won over the support of the fans. As they cheer me off the pitch, it's a touching moment, but it's got me worried. How long is this gonna keep me out? Can I help my team finish this season? Well, the devastating news is I'm gonna have to sit on the sidelines for just over a month. And with only 7 games remaining this season, that means I'm gonna miss the majority of our remaining matches. And the unfortunate truth is that without me in the team, we're really struggling to create the same quality of chances. Schalke still have a lot of the ball and the foundations are the same, but without the ability to score goals, we are simply not able to win games. We're still conceding at the same rate, and it's costing us. And as the frustration builds, more mistakes start to happen. Players are giving the ball away, and as chaos ensues defensively, we're dropping points every single game. All the improvement that we made this season comes crashing down as we're pulled deep into a relegation battle again, and the fans are panicking because if we can't turn this around, Schalke might fall apart completely. Now, the general tactics that Hoffman set us up with haven't changed. We're dominating possession every single game, but it just doesn't matter that much when we can't score goals. Without me here, it seems like we're always one pass away from scoring. And that makes all the difference because we're conceding goals and we're still dropping points. 1 point in our last 5 games is enough to put us firmly back into relegation territory, and the only hope we have now is me coming back from injury for the final 2 games of the season. I've returned to training, but is it going to be enough? Well, last season on loan at Loudoun, I learned how to support my teammates. But in this current setup, my role to play for Schalke is that of a star player. For better or for worse, this team relies a lot on me, and now that I'm back, I have to make the difference in these final 2 matches. The pressure couldn't be any higher, but I'm back in the team, and I have to have a good game. The manager put his full trust in me this season, and I need to repay that. A big player makes a difference in big moments, and this game couldn't be any more important for us. As Schalke do look pretty good, and we're creating chances early in the match here, but that lack of finishing is still getting to us. The team's been in a rut the last couple games, and despite the fact that we're creating really solid chances, we just can't seem to score goals. What can I do? Do I have to take matters into my own hands? Well, the answer might be yes. If we're not scoring elsewhere, I'm gonna have to find the goals myself. And long shooting is something I have in my locker. As I line up and take a crack from distance, I do find the goal to break the deadlock. And we look to be on our way to a victory. I started the season with no support from the fans or my teammates. In fact, only the manager believed in me. But I've quickly turned that perception as I've had an outstanding season and have immediately made an impact coming back. Our future is in our hands. 1 game left to play, and we are level on points just outside of the relegation zone. I've had an outstanding season with over a goal contribution a game, and now I just have to do it one more time because the entire future of Schalke relies on us winning this game. Now this is the biggest game I've ever played in. And I think the same goes for my teammates, the manager, and honestly, the club, because a failure to win here could mean Schalke go under completely. The good thing is we look really solid under the manager overall, and our tactics are still working. We're creating a ton of chances and once again, dominating play, but so far we have nothing to show for it, as the final ball has just been a little off tonight. That is the downside of our system. We create a lot of chances, but asking for perfection on those final balls can sometimes be a lot at this level of competition. It's a reminder that we are here in the 2nd division of Germany and maybe don't have world-class players on our team, but we are showing definite signs of progress over the course of the season and really pulling off some beautiful sequences as we continue to bomb forwards on the pitch. I'm playing a key role in the build-up here, but still no goal for Schalke despite all of our efforts here. Well, so far, it just hasn't been our day, but it has to be, because we still look susceptible on defense. All it would take is one lapse of concentration to see us blow this game. I can't let that happen. But I think the message is clear. We're doing well in this game. We just need to trust that eventually we will find a goal and be patient in possession. We're still creating so many chances. As I pull the strings from midfield, it's another opportunity gone missing. We just can't seem to find the back of the net. Is it a mistake from the manager to not be more pragmatic? Are we trying too hard to play this way as a relegation-bound team? Well, the time left to doubt our tactics is over. And now we just have to trust that the manager knows what's best and has set us up for success. To guarantee safety, we need a win. But can we actually convert a chance into a goal to see this one through? Well, I've been a really good player for us this season, but if I want to solidify my spot as a star on this team, well, big players are born for big moments, and I score an incredible long-range shot that puts Schalke in front with only seconds remaining in this game. That's the goal that keeps us up. I've had an incredible time here, and that moment is enough to fully win over the support of the fans who seriously doubted me at the beginning of this season. But Schalke have stayed up, and we have a lot to look forward to as we build towards the future. This team could be on the rise. Now, this season was far from perfect. The fact that we barely survived relegation is not good, and Hoffman's going to be under a lot of pressure next season to do significantly better than this. But I personally had an outstanding season, proving myself as one of our best players and growing a ton, and for the first time now, I can go into next season knowing that I'm a key player in a team that's on the rise. I called Jalen to share with him my success, but he doesn't pick up. Jalen Davis has got bigger things on his mind. He's gotten called up to the US national team for this summer's Copa America after another great season in the MLS, and he's going to the international stage while I remain alone here in a new country, and our friendship remains broken. And despite my success this season, I can't help but wonder, was it a mistake not joining Jalen in New York? Are we ever gonna repair our friendship? Well, I just have to hope that we'll cross paths again someday. And hey, if you like the storylines in this video and want to start having more fun in your own careers, go subscribe to me at patreon.com/respectthejeff and download my career mode challenges guide. It's packed with 50 creative ideas that you can use in your own careers to add some fun and excitement back into FC24. Every subscription there helps support the channel and allows me to create more videos like this, so huge thanks to everyone that subscribes. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.